And welcome. In this Star Valor video here, we are going to discuss and take a look at which of the small Class 2 ships is best to use to kill the Ravager bosses to get our achievement, the Battleship raid. And that's a nice achievement to get. You got to kill 5 of these guys with a small Class 2 or Class 2 or Class 1 ship, and obviously Class 2, but you get that extra 10% crit and 30% crit damage. Very nice to get, and we want to find out an easier way to, an easy way to kill these guys without, breaking the bank type of a deal. Well, it's going to be breaking the bank, obviously. Of course, you're going to be pretty much got to be level 50. Well, you don't have to be, but you're going to need all that extra equipment slots on there to actually have enough room for all this stuff. So I got 2 designs for you. I got the 2 best picks that I found for the 2 different ships to use, and we'll take a look at the first one right here. And this is a missile guy build. So we got the peacemakers in there. We can have we got buffed up, so we can have up 3 of these guys there. You can find these things, randomly for loot drops, or you can try and craft your own missiles. This is just a missile build to take a look at. And yeah, that's the ship stats right here. We can take a look. We got extra effect on area explosives on there to help out, and then this one here has a bonus space pilot of +5, which is handy, and it has the max speed 25 and all that other stuff with the human ship. So it's got its built-in stealth, a ton of crit, and a lot of extra effects going on there. And now, of course, that means we can have the extra special co-pilot, or you can try and get a co-pilot that has space pilot +5 and get some bonuses somewhere else. But getting your space pilot up to that 60 and getting the extra crew member can be really nice, and she has lots of nice good abilities on her. And I'm using this guy here to make this guy even more fun to use with the extra 400% area effect on your explosives that you can randomly get. So with others, that's what the extra space pilot can do for you, is get you some little bit extra effects on your small little guys. So this build right here, other than that, is just you can do whatever you want. You have tons of extra room on this ship to get around with stuff, but I recommend, because you want to fly around, you can go with the high-end warp drive. You can stick on the warp mod, so you can cuts your distance, but it cuts your energy cost. You don't have to worry about energy with missiles. All you have to worry about is your missile ammo. That's it. So just ammo is all you need. You don't need to worry about energy. You don't need to worry about heat on this build, and you can use any missile. It's not going to one-shot the Ravagers. It can come close. I think I've actually one-shot them once in a while, but mostly it's going to take 2 or 3 shots. They're going to shoot down your missiles. Missiles have that negative effect that if they have a point defense on the guy, it's going to work. But this one here, I have lots of speed boosters on here. There's nothing special about this build because you got the basic energy reactors. You'd be down a little bit lower. You won't have all this legendary stuff, but you don't need it with this guy here. Got your basic barrier, and there's nothing else. I could totally rework this and then get the damage mod, because I didn't get that one till later, but I could put the damage mod in there to get a little bit more extra damage off my stuff and get rid of some of the other things. But this is good enough the way it is, and it's just, you can fly around, you can go full-time stealth, and then blow up stuff. I guess I'm losing some energy now. I changed some of my builds around, but yeah, if I wanted to change that, that's okay. I don't need it to worry about it right now. So let's go take a look at the other ships so we can compare them. And the other ship here we're going to recommend here is the Dragon. It's the independent ship right here, so it just basically has this base extra equipment slot right there, but it has a lot less. It has less equipment slots. It has got extra weapon slots, but they don't really take much of an effect in here. But you do have the extra thing, but you don't get the space pilot bonus, so we can't really use that. It does have its special effect of getting bonus damage on its torpedo base. So that's 30% more damage, and we're going to use that to its full of by using a co-pilot that gives you plus 30% damage for your torpedoes here. Well, 20% damage for any weapon that's size 3 or less. But yeah, 10% more damage. It stacks up. This is the best guy to use with small torpedoes. You could stack in a whole bunch of bigger torpedoes and use your larger weapon size bonus and get that. But this one here gives you more damage overall using this guy versus this guy. Lots of small torpedoes versus any guy, and use your basic 20% damage. We're trying to max out our damage here is what we're trying to do. So these guys are torpedoes here, and you just craft your own. I have almost 3k damage with this guy on this ship here, and on the bad boy ship it's a little bit more damage because it has 50% damage torpedo base. This one only has 30. But these suckers take up a lot of energy because they're all overloaded to hell, and has like 300 energy a shot. So on our build here we had to have at least 1800 or so energy just to fire these guys off. So yeah, just to make these weapons here, it's pretty simple. It's just, you know, one torpedo core and all the boosters, one damage booster, and then like everything else like slow fire and overload and armor piercer for the crit, and then you charge it up. So this is like, you know, big charge up weapon, and this is the base value. That's all I did to make it, is just to make, that's the most damage I could put on it. But if you can't get the energy up there to use them, you're gonna have to take some stuff off. But you know, taking some of the stuff off, you know, you lose 200 base damage off the top right there to cut down the energy. Would be the first one to go. Then you have to start taking the rest of these things off as you see fit to try and get but then that kills the damage. It just really kills the damage on the ship, and that kind of defeats the purpose on there. But yeah, this here dragon ship with the torpedo damage, you got to learn how to use the torpedoes. It uses your ship momentum, so we're gonna have to go and use as much small batteries as possible to actually use this thing, and unfortunately that's like 9 small ones right there, so that's gonna hurt you on your upgrades and getting those things done. But everything else is bare minimum warp drive to save space. You need a couple speed boosters in there. I found that 2 is like the minimum you can get away with, because you need to have that extra speed going on there, and of course you need a gyroscope and then armor, and you pretty much need a scanner going around to do stuff. And then of course you need your you need your pathfinder to get extra warp distance in your computer on there to try and save power. And then you have to put in your own stealth drive, which takes up that 3 space right there. And of course, since you're on a small guy going through big areas, you're going to need something, so you're going to have to go with a stealth right there, which takes a lot of energy too. And of course I recommend an energy barrier, either one any one that you want, doesn't matter, longer duration or the shorter one with the bigger bubble, and just have that in there. Of course you're going to need the flux accumulator, and if you're using a small warp drive, you can get away with a warp diverter. It'll charge faster, but if you have a bigger warp drive like the other ship, you can use the other kind. But that is it. It's just a basic simple design like that, minimizing and maximizing the usage and getting a huge chunk of damage, because this guy uses flux, 100% damage each on each torpedo, plus all the extra critical damage bonuses you get built in. You're going to end up doing like almost 7k a torpedo, and we got enough energy just to fire off those 6 things over here. And the closest guy I have is way over here, so let's go and try and get to him, and I'll show you a demonstration of a combat situation with this guy and how to use it. Of course, you should probably rebuild it and get the extra zoom. I didn't save it when I did it last time. There we go. Drive is ready, and we want to get over there. And then we'll just wait till that charges up. There we go. Now we can take the jump gate for the next one instead of waiting for the charge to build. Where is it? There it is. Fly around. Of course, if you don't want, yeah, I did the built-in collector beam on this one here too. And stuff and energy on there. So there we go. Stuff, where are you? Over there. And yeah, just watch out when you're going through there. The debris fields, there's little mines everywhere in this place, so you don't want to get hit by these mines on these small ships, because that's like a one-shot and you're dead by hitting them. So where is this guy? Get really close. There we go. We can hit him right here. So let's get lined up, backed up, make sure there's no mines. Gotta keep a close eye. That's good enough, because we gotta charge this up for 2 seconds. There we go. Don't get to see the damage, but he is dead. There you have it. A simple, easy Ravager boss kill with this here kind of build right here. You can one-shot and kill them, and go around to do this 5 times. So just go around to the next guy and kill them, and then kill the next ones and the next ones after that type of deal. Get your 5 kills. Hopefully that showed you how to use the weapon and how effective it can be to really just one-shot the guys and all that kind of stuff. But of course, that's all you can pretty much do. All these little guys right around there. This is where you want the missile guy to explode them all, type of thing. But yeah, tons of little pirate guys running around. But anyways, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.